Legendary coder Manfred Trenz said that Turrican II, this awesome blast-em-up, was to be his last ever game for the Commodore 64. And like so many titles from 1990 to 91, a programmer who'd had so many years to get to grips with the machine was able to squeeze out every last drop to leave us with something very special indeed. For those of you who haven't yet seen the origins of Turrican, then, to get some understanding about this awesome franchise, I'd certainly recommend you check that one out first. It'll explain the basics in the original, for which a lot of the concept was transferred onto Turrican II. The good news is, Mogul from the original Turrican is dead. Huzzah! But you get rid of one foul-smelling nasty alien jobby, and then what happens? Another one takes his place. So it's time once again to traverse the caves and mazes that you're so adept to from the original, and kick some more ass.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Once again, the sequel is huge in every aspect. The 12 stages move in every direction. Enormous enemies are literally screens high. And to counter them, Turrican is pretty well kitted out, apart from thermal underwear, long johns, woolly hat and scarf, and then packed lunch freshly prepared by his silver-haired old mum. You have weapons. Oh, so many weapons. There's the laser beam from the original game that can be fired in the rotational 360 degrees, although now it seems to represent a beam of plasma rather than the lightning from the original. The same protective wall of death that you can fire up to shield yourself, but you'll see here on the status bar that they've done away with the mines and the grenade balls. However, the diamonds still remain, and 50 of these will give you an extra continue. Also, there's a new smart bomb weapon that has been fitted since Turrican 1, and whilst you whirl around in gyroscope form, you can place these around and watch the screen fill with shrapnel. I'll be sure to link the manual in the video description, which will explain all these things in more detail, along with how to activate the specials. You start off with a single bullet gun, but there are plenty of opportunities to upgrade your weapon. During play you will encounter floating weapon pods, which, after shooting, will give you power-ups. And in some hidden places there are also weapon boulders, which, when discovered, can be shot at or bumped at from the bottom, to reveal tons of new power-ups. You'll need as many of these as you can find, for you will come up against some huge supervillains, who are literally massive and pretty fast moving, all brilliantly imaginative. Much of this is also true of the original game, of course, but the sequel appears to be able to push the boundaries even further. Of the 12 levels, 2 take place on the planet's surface, 1 dives underwater, and the remainder explores a series of cavernous mazes. There are even horizontally and vertically shoot-'em-up sections thrown in for good measure. How they fit all this in one game simply boggles my mind when I think about it, but back then I just took it all for granted. The original Turrican was truly amazing, and unlike most sequels, Turrican II seems to go one step further. Somehow, Trenz managed to improve on the seemingly unsurpassable. It wasn't just the large showpiece graphics that impressed, but also they were all superbly detailed. Check this out on the Amiga too. It would be remiss of me to show the parallax scrolling and amazing leaf-blowing effects it had to offer. Also, check out the size of these bad guys. Just awesome. The technical and visual excellence of the game, not to mention the superb playability throughout the whole vast title, is superb, and without a shadow of a doubt is getting the big thumbs up treatment. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm sure you'll all agree with me that both Turrican and Turrican II are legendary games for the Commodore 64. And to show appreciation for these classics, then please do hit the like button. If you're enjoying the Commodore nostalgia, then also please consider subscribing to the channel and following me on this epic journey down memory lane. With more games coming regularly, and plenty more already on the channel playlist, it'd be great for you to join us. Check out the Patreon if you want to support the channel even further, and, as always, I massively appreciate the support. Hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, bye for now.